Hi guys, Namaste. Thanks for tuning into AI Probably. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do it and also hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. So now that you have done that, before starting the session, let's have a look at today's project. So this is the app which we are going to build today, and this is a sentiments analysis app where we have two kinds of inputs from the user. If you have a single review, you can just enter it like the product is just amazing. We enter it and we can see that the review has got some positive feedback. So it tells us the sentiment of the review which I have just now entered is positive. Similarly, we can enter some bad remarks or some other review which is bad, like terrible. It says it's a negative review. And we have the sentiment for neutral also. So if I say is just okay, it says it's a neutral review. But what if you have multiple reviews with yourself? So your product goes online and you got many reviews from it. You can just import all those reviews in a CSV file and then upload that particular CSV file from here. And what this particular app does is it will just analyze all the reviews in the file and it will show you what kind of reviews have you got the most. So in the particular file which I uploaded, I got more number of positive reviews than the negative ones. So the application shows that great work there, majority of people like your product. And we can also see that we get an interactive graph which shows the number of positive, negative and the neutral reviews in the particular CSV file. So let's get ahead and see how we can build this particular app. The series which we are currently in is Data Science and Machine Learning series, and I am Harshad Agrawal, your instructor for the module Deploying Machine Learning Models using Django. So these are the topics which we are going to go through today. First, we'll be seeing what all Python frameworks are there. We'll be deep diving into what is Django architecture, how does it work, how to install Django, how to create a project and an app in Django. Then we'll go through what Django project structure is and what Django app structure is. After that, we'll go to the practical part of this module, which is creating the sentiment analyzer app as just now I showed you. So for that, we'll be creating the sentiment analysis model first, then we'll be linking that particular model with our Django app, we'll be running that particular Django app and hosting that app on Heroku. So one thing about this particular module is that by the end of the module, you guys will be able to host your apps on Heroku. So they are actually deployable and not only accessible by your local machine. After that, we'll be creating the Streamlit front-end web app for the same Django API, which we will be creating for our sentiment analysis model. After completing this particular module, you guys should be able to understand what is Django, what is its architecture, how does it work, how to create Django projects and apps, how to deploy your machine learning or deep learning models using Django, and how to host your apps on Heroku. So let's get started with some of the very popular Python frameworks. These include Django, CherryPy, Pylons, Flask, Bottle, Tify, Pyramid, CubeWeb, GAE framework, and lots more. And since there are so many frameworks out there, you should be very wise in choosing what frameworks suits you best or for your project. The current module is all about Django, so let's move on and see what is Django. So according to the official Django project website, Django is a high-level Python web framework that encourages rapid development and clean, pragmatic design. Built by experienced developers, it takes care of much of the hassle of web development, so you can focus on writing your apps without needing to reinvent the wheel. And of course, it is free and open source. The key or the standout features of Django are that it is ridiculously fast, it is secure, and it is also scalable. Now let's see what architecture does Django follows. So Django follows an architecture named MVC MVT, where in MVC architecture, MVC stands for Model View Controller, which represents its three segments. The first segment, that is model, is used for storing and maintaining your data. It is the backend where your database is defined. The second segment, that is view, is all about the presentation and it is not at all aware about the backend. Whatever the user is seeing, it is referred to as a view. And the controller, which is the third segment of this architecture, is business logic, where it can interact with the model and the view. Now that we have understood MVC, let's learn about Django MVT pattern. MVT stands for Model View Template. In MVT, there is a predefined template for user's interface. Let's take an example for this. Say you want to write several static HTML forms like good morning Harshit, good morning Path, and so on. With templates, you will be having only one file that will print good morning along with the variable name. Now this variable will be substituted in the particular template using some logic. That is the magic of template. You do not need to rewrite this code again and again, right? Now you might be wondering, where is the controller? So in case of MVT pattern, Django itself takes care of the controller part. It is inbuilt. So enough about the architecture and all, but how does Django works? So in the given image, the template is your front end, which will interact with the view, and the model will be used as the back end. The view will access both the model and the templates and maps it to a URL. After that, Django plays the role of controller and serves it to the user. So this is how Django internally works. Now let's see how to install Django, because if we need to use Django, we first need to install it to our systems. So to install Django, we need to write pip install Django. And these are some other libraries which we'll be using in this particular module. So it would be better if you guys have those installed in your system, like Streamlit, Plotly, White Noise, Heroku, and Django Heroku. After that, let's see how we can create a project and an app in Django. To create a project in Django, we can just write django-admin.py, start project, and then comes your project name. So the project name which I am giving here is Cool Sentiments Analyzer. Thereafter, to create an app inside the Django project, we have to navigate to the project directory, project root directory, using cd command. Here I'm doing cd space Cool Sentiments Analyzer because that is the name of my Django project. After that, to create an app, we can just write python manage.py start app and the name of your app. So here I'm giving the app name as AI Sentiments Analyzer. Then comes the Django project structure. So before moving on to creating a Django project and writing all those codes, let's first see what all files and what is the structure of Django project. So a Django project is just a Python package on your Python path. Then it contains or references one or more apps inside it, just like the one we just now created, which is AI Sentiments Analyzer. And it also holds project-wide settings in the settings.py file, where we can change or manipulate the settings of our Django project. After that, we have a urls.py file which holds the URL configuration and provides the path for different URL configurations. After that comes the Django app structure. So inside the app, the first thing, a Django app is also a Python package on your Python path, but it is basically inside your Django project. A Django app may contain data models in model.py and it may contain views in views.py. Now that we have established our basic understanding about Django, let's start with how to deploy a machine learning model using Django. But to deploy the model, we first need to create one. So let's go and create a machine learning model that is used to analyze the sentiments of any text. So first, we'll install all the required libraries and read our dataset, which consists of around 14,000 tweets along with the sentiments. Anyways, what better dataset for sentiments analysis than thousands of tweets, right? Now, since we do not know if the data has any biasings or not, like maybe the data contains more number of negative reviews than the positive ones, and since we do not want our model to be biased, we'll normalize all the tweets that we have. So we created a normalizer function in which we'll convert all the tweets into small cases, remove all the stop words from them, and then lemmatize them. Now, we shuffle the data set so that while creating the train test split, it again has all kind of tweets. Define the x and y vectors where x contains all the normalized tweets and y contains the sentiments. Now we need to vectorize our data. That is, convert the strings of tweets of integers using some logic. Now this can be either a count vector or TF-ID vector or some other. Here we'll be using the count vectorizer to vectorize our tweets and then create the train test split. After that, we create our multi-class logistic regression model and fit it to our training data. Here, I'm using grid search cross-validation to tune my hyperparameters and then choose the best one that fits the training data. Now, we check the model on our test or validation dataset and print the evaluation metrics. So, we can see that we got an F1 score of 78.52%. That is pretty good. Now, we can also check our model for some custom inputs like meet week day 3, tummy hurts every night. So the sentiments the model is predicting is negative, which is true for this. Then if the movie is good, it predicts it as positive sentiment. If the text is I am okay, it predicts it as neutral sentiment. Now that the model is working just fine, we'll export our model along with the vectorizer using the pickle library. So using this particular code, I'll be exporting the vectorizer and the model using pickle. Now we need to link the model with the Django app. To do that, we need to open our Django project and we need to first move into the Django app folder here, AI Sentiments Analyzer, and create a folder named models, inside which we will be copying the model, the pickle model, which we just now deployed. After that, we'll move on to the settings.py file inside the Django project. We'll add the application, the Django application that we created inside the installed apps in the settings.py file. Then in the apps.py file of the app, we access and extract the vectorizer and the model from the pickle using this particular code. So first, we open the path itself, we define the path to the model itself, then we open this particular pickle model and we extract the model and the vectorizer from it. After that, we move on to the urls.py file and we'll create a new path that starts with classify. So after the URL, if the user enters classify, so it will send it to a different path which we create as views.callModel.asView. So the call model is a function inside views class which we have created. So let's see what does views.py file contains. So this is the call model class which we created, and this particular class first extracts the text from URL, whatever the user has written after classify, it will extract that and it will store it in a variable named text. After that, using the vectorizer, which we just now extracted from our pickle model, we'll be transforming this particular text, and after that we'll be predicting it using the model itself. Thereafter, to return to the user, we'll create a response which says text sentiment, and the value of it would be prediction, which was made by the model. Thereafter, we'll be returning this particular response as a JSON response. So this was it, and we have successfully linked our model with the Django app. But there are two most crucial steps that we need to do before moving forward. So first, we need to migrate our database using Python manage.py migrate command. To run the application, we just need to hit Python manage.py run server. So let's go ahead and see how does that work. And I write Python manage.py run server. Since I have already migrated my database, so I do not need to run the Python manage.py migrate command again. But if I run this, so it shows that I can access it using this particular URL here. So let's go ahead and open it. So here you can see that I have run some previous tests on it. So if I run the movie is the worst, it shows the text sentiment is negative, and if I say is best, then it will automatically tell the text sentiment as positive. So we can see that our Django app is successfully linked to the model and it is working fine. So we have successfully deployed a machine learning model using Django, but the app is still accessible by the local machine only. To make it go live, you can host this app on any one of the hosting platforms available like Heroku, GitHub, or some others. So let's see how we can host our app. for free on Heroku. To host a Django app on Heroku, the first thing that you need is to sign up on Heroku, and then you need to install the Heroku CLI tool, which is a command line interface to manage your Heroku apps. Then you need to log into Heroku account using the command Heroku login. After that, you just enter your email and the password, and you are successfully logged in to your Heroku account using the Heroku CLI. After that, we need to make our project ready for Heroku. So first, in the root directory of the project, we need to create a file named procfile. Just remember one thing, that the proc file does not require any extension. You need to create a file without any extension, and you need to add this in the proc file. Remember to change the name from Cool Sentiments Analyzer to whatever Django project name you have given to your project. After that, we need to create a requirements.txt file that basically contains the information of all the libraries needed to run the app. We can either use this command here to create it automatically, or we can create it manually also. In the end, your requirements.txt file should look like this. After that, we need to add Django Heroku library in the start of our settings.py file, and we need to import all the settings of Django project to Heroku using this particular command. Now we are all set to push our app on Heroku. For that, we need to follow these commands. Like, first we need to create the Heroku app using Heroku create, and here you can just put your app name. After that, you need to initialize the GitHub repository and then connect it to the Heroku remote using Heroku git remote, and again your app name. Thereafter, add all your files there and commit it. After the commit, be sure to push it to Heroku master, and after the push is successful, you can see your app at the given URL. So your URL would be yourappname.herokuapp.com. So let's go to this particular URL and let's see if it is working fine or not. So here is the URL, AI-sentimentsanalyzer.herokuapp.com. After that, since in the application itself I did not define any home page or any other page, so if I will just be moving on to this particular URL, it will show me that the page is not found because I did not define any view for the home page, but I defined the view for the classifier. So for the classify path, I have a view which will return me the JSON response. So if I do this classify and I write movie is bad, or let's write this course is awesome, it shows it is a positive review. I hope you guys really find this course awesome. So let's move on, and now we can see that our Django app is successfully hosted on Heroku, and using this particular link you can access it from anywhere. Now half of our work is done, but the app which I showed you in the start of this particular module looked a way better than this. So to create that particular app, we'll be using Streamlit, and here is the code for it. So I won't be telling you guys about this particular Streamlit application in depth. If you guys want to learn how to create some cool apps using Streamlit, you can just go to our channel and you can see a tutorial there. In there, you have an in-depth tutorial of how to create an application using Streamlit. So I'll just give you a little review about this app that I created. So here you can see that whenever any review is coming to me, I'm just using the URL which I just now created, that is AI-sentimentsanalyzer.herokuapp.com/classify text, and then I'm using the review, whatever the user adds, and after that, whatever reply I'm getting, I'm just extracting the text sentiment value from it and using it as result. This particular extract of code is for the CSV files we uploaded. So if the result is positive, then the count of positive numbers is increased, else the count of negative numbers is increased, else the count of neutral numbers is increased. And after that, we will just plot it using Plotly, and there is some logic just to write great work there and all. So you guys got my point, right? So this is for the single review. For the single review, we'll be storing the text which the user is entering in the text box in a variable named single review, and we'll be adding it to the URL that we just now created. So this is how we can link the Django API or the Sentiments Analyzer API, which we just now created using Django, and we can use it in our Streamlit application or any other web application, or even on your mobile applications when you're developing any mobile applications. So this is how you can host your apps on Heroku, and this is how you can deploy your machine learning models. I hope you like this video. If you guys have any questions, then please comment below. Also, if you guys have any suggestions to the video, comment them below. So thank you guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel and please hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thank you.